Hello, it is Lord Haywire. I am streaming some 2D4X, and I put game creation. I put this yellow page here because I eventually want this to look like you're, looking at like uh, yellow, like you have like all this data that we're looking at on pieces of paper. But man, this looks ugly. Even if we change these words to black, it's still these buttons don't really work. But I wanted just to give, because we're doing this over here. This actually looks okay. Like, it doesn't look great. We'd want to change this. One day we'll get graphics and stuff, and we'll change that. But yeah, I'm working on a 2D 4X open source game. I'm just doing my test thing, and it worked. Uh, and it's a post-apocalyptic game where you have counties, etc., etc. It takes place in North America, but we're just doing this part right now until the game is much more developed. I'm in the early stages always, as I expect another 5 years of time. I always say this. It's always 5 years until the game is at the point two version. But what we're working on today is, if we go back to this population, we want them to have a preferred work that they do. And that's so the whole thing we've been working on research, and then now that they have research, some things that they can research, we need to have them decide if they want to build the buildings that have been researched or if they want to work in those buildings. And so everything's like kind of connected back to research. So what I did some work offline, which I generally don't do. I try not to do that. I got to start my music that you guys can't hear. I generally don't do that because I'm just trying to, like, every stream is the times I work on this. I don't know why it makes it quite boring, but that's what I'm doing. But anyways, I did work. I added in a skills enum, and I kind of rewrote some of the population stuff just to make it work better. So now the skills aren't like these things; they're this dictionary. And then this is what we're gonna do first, is we're gonna assign their preferred work. Um, and that's in county population generation. And I was like half doing this, and then I generate preferred work. I started doing it. The first thing it does right now is it takes the list of in their dictionary, and it is all their skills, and it picks the highest skill. And we can look back at these guys here. Let's turn off this piece of paper because it's too hard to read shit. So we can look at their different skills, and we want the highest one currently. And so that's why we have so many of these things down here. Is it's actually saying that what their preferred skill is. So let's it's gonna be hard to find who we're talking about though. Towards the top, we're going to have not these guys. Probably down here is where we're gonna look for Janice. Janice, are you on my list here? We could use this, I guess. Janice. Skilled preferred skill is fishing, so let's double check that that's right. Fishing should be the top one, and it is. So there we go. We know that this is the best skill that she has. That's all. Well, cool doesn't count. Cool is a combat skill, so it skips combat skills. So cool and rifle don't count because those are combat skills. So we have that, and I use ChatGPT to help me with this because I do that a lot. So we have this preferred, and then it assigns this as their top skill goes here. The thing is, I don't want that to be the case. It's not always going to be their best skill is the skill that they're doing. So what I want to do instead is I want it to roll, basically, to see if it passes the skill, and if it's a successful skill pass, then it becomes the preferred work. Otherwise, it picks a random one from the list, which could be also the same preferred one. So that would let's see, or we could roll against one of their. I didn't even think about this idea. But this might be more fun. Like roll against their charisma or something, and then if they pass their charisma roll, their preferred skill is the skill that they have the most um, skill in. So I'm trying to think, in real life, if you work like I work in IT, I like computers, but it's not like what I would prefer to do for my whole life. Um, but if you had a high charisma, I could have, been talking my way into working the skills that I like. You always hear like that, using the skills that I like the most to, or it could be intelligence. We could do an intelligence-based role. I think that's actually kind of a fun idea. We're gonna have to rewrite how this works. This has to be a dictionary as well, um, like this, instead of all these separate things. Um, that's not a problem though. It's actually not that big of a deal. I say that now. I say that now, and then in the next 5 minutes, it's 3 hours. I usually stream for 3 hours. 3 hours from now, we'll still be working on this. I mean, it's got to be turned into a dictionary at some point. The reason why I'm using these dictionaries is it's easier to pick what you're using. If it's a list, we got to go down the list. A list of a public class. We got to go down the list and then pick what they are. Blah blah blah. And then we also I made a resource called skill data, so we can look at that resource, which is right here, and it has the skill. It has the name and level, amount learned, is a combat skill, and a skill type. Skill type. What? I don't remember that. What is this skill type? It's an enum. Where's my all enums? Oh, okay, yeah. So this is when you roll. Um, we can actually rename this and use this skill type in the other part, so we only need one enum. If we go back to this county population, or sorry, nothing. If we go back to nothing, we could also roll. So if we look at, let's go back to a skill here. So if we look at farm, let's say physical strength is its skill type. So we can roll that and it would for their preferred skill. So like if farming is your thing, is your preferred skill physical strength, you would roll against physical strength to see if that's your preferred skill. And if it's not, then it's some other random thing. So you might want to work somewhere that you suck at. I don't really like that idea. I think that's a bad idea because we need the skill type in there. But I think, all right, let's rewrite some stuff here. I see my Discord thing maybe working. My Discord announcement broke. We don't need this over here. It did. It fixed itself. Well, okay, I fixed it. For a while, I wasn't posting on my Discord when I started streaming, but it's fixed. All right, so let's fix this. Let's turn. I guess we're gonna do this first. We're gonna turn this into a dictionary. Dictionary makes it easier with enums as the thing. We're gonna change this. So this isn't gonna be called skill type anymore. This is gonna be called attributes. And this should never change. The problem is skills change, and when you add a skill in here, it throws off everybody's shit. So this will be attributes. So we have all the attributes in here. And then, which was really easy, then we'll do a public Godot. There's this guy who who makes tutorials, and he calls it Godot, which I don't really care what people call it, but it always makes me chuckle because he enunciates it very um, very distinctly. Godot, Godot, and we'll call this. Oh, we're gonna need another resource called attribute data. So let's go over to here. I don't know what we're gonna need it for. We could just do a dictionary of ints, but we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do really embracing the resource thing. Under resources, we're going to, I might rename this to data as well. It will break everything. We're going to do a new folder called attributes. And then we're going to, on here, add a new script called attributes, attribute data. For some reason, I was fucking around with something yesterday, and Godot, and Godot, and making it. I keep making these all caps for some reason. Data, the word data. Attribute data. Oh, I didn't change it to a resource. That's okay. So there it is. Let's open this up. Let's make this a resource. And let's get rid of this crap. Let's put in our namespace. Player space. And put this here. And we need a global class to make this work. And we're gonna need export public string called attribute name, and we're gonna need export public. Let's see if I can type this morning. My fingers feel cold, and the guy at coffee said I look tired too. That's it. Do we have 3 T's up here? Now attribute. It had level. What did I do for skills? Skills. Where are you, my friends? All skills? No, that's a different thing. I thought I just had. There it is. It's right there. Skill level. All right. Attribute level. And we could put in a description. Do I have a skill description in here? I do not. We probably want a description because at some point there's going to be like tooltips and stuff. Yeah, it knew what I was thinking about. I've been putting well, it doesn't matter. For skill name, so there's another thing built in called name, and so I always put skill name and, whatever. This may have fucked something else up, but it being blank is fine right now. What the fuck was I doing? I was back on attribute data. We should probably put a description in. Public string description. This probably, attribute description probably doesn't need the word attribute in front of it, but whatever. I think that's all we need for right now. We might have to add stuff to it later. And then back to our problem over here. We go attribute data. And then we call this attributes. And then we do that. We're going to break some shit here. Wait, we need an equals new. And then we're going to break all of this. I'm just going to cut this and put it somewhere because I have a feeling I'm going to need this somewhere else. See, we broke a bunch of shit. That is expected, though. we're gonna have to rewrite a bunch of stuff, but that's okay. That's part of our plan here. We're gonna need this, and we're gonna need this to replace. This needs to go here, comma, and all of this is gonna go. I think there's another one at the end of this hiding. It is, son of a bitch. Looks, comma. That's not a comma, that's an M. And loyalty attribute. It's not an attribute. It's something else. Maybe it's an expendable. Let's move this up here and put a note on this. I think this needs to be renamed to an expendable. We'll save that. That's going to fuck up everything we just did. I guess it doesn't fuck it up yet, but we might as well fuck it up more. Let's put this. Let's cut this. We'll put it here. We'll hit this down to here. We'll put this over here. We'll go down. All this shit's got to go. We're making this really a lot shorter. This goes here now. This can go away. Attributes. Whoops. I hit end. This attributes equals attributes. And then we'll make that smaller. And then we'll go back to here. Okay, so the way I did this, when I have to remember, and so before this generate population was this massive, I forgot I even did this, was this massive for loop that just had all these different things in it, like all of this shit. And I changed it and I made them methods. But then while I was doing that, I was like, wait, can I just stick a method in here? And I guess I like half knew that because one of them had a method in here. And so I just put them in here and they just generate all this stuff. So currently this generate attributes is rolling. It's just putting a random number in there and it returns the attribute and it puts it in there. But now we don't need that anymore. So I wonder if, what is our generate expendables doing? Oh, I think I have this loyalty thing also just sitting here still. Yeah, it's still just, it's just meh. So let's see, how did I do generate skills list? Because this needs to go somewhere else though. Generate expendables is where this needs to go now. We have 2 of these. Be nice to have this not have two things that are basically the same. We'll put this back over here. We'll put this over here so we can see it all. Am I at over 200%? I am. All right, so how did I do this skills, generate skills? So I pass in, no, it returns a list. It makes a new list, or sorry, a new dictionary. Then it goes through each one and it randomly generates them. And then it returns generate preferred work. Okay, so this is going to be slightly different. We don't need the generate preferred work, but we're going to get rid of all of these generate attributes except for one. So let's do this how we did it. We can look at both of these. This is a private Godot collections.dictionary. all enums. That's not an attributes, comma, attribute data. And we're going to do this. And then we need it to return. We're going to need a new one in here. We can actually just copy this big long thing, since this is quite long. You know, we could have done this differently. It doesn't matter. I could have done like put a variable that has this thing in here, so it's not so long and ugly, but whatever. New attributes, except, well, that's not what we want. We want at the top. No, that is new attributes equals this. And then we're going to do the same thing, except we need another step here. There's going to be we need all skills. I wonder if I could stick to, because I currently have this like stuck. The reason why it's stuck over here is so I can drag and drop. I did this last or offline. I can drag and drop these skills in here, and so I can do the same with all attributes. But this is kind of getting, it's getting kind of long and dumb. We could also add like a node in here. I wonder if that will fuck shit up. Let's do it. Let's add a node in here and go up to here. Put it right here. All, or we'll just call it arrays. And then we put these in here. I have a feeling this is gonna fuck shit up. It's gonna, the order of operations is gonna, or order of whatever is gonna get fucked up. And then we're gonna add in another node called all attributes. And we're gonna stick a fucking script on here called all attributes. And we're going to put this not there. Right here. And then we're going to create it. We do need the ready this time. And we're going to need public, static, yep, sort of. There we go. And then this is an instance. I thought it was gonna do that for me, but it wouldn't. That's why I was pausing in my typing there, just to make sure that it was doing what I was hoping it was, and it did not. Okay, all attributes, instance. We have that, and then we need public all attributes. No, we need a public, an array of attribute data. Oh yeah, we gotta put a namespace in here. And we'll get rid of this crap. That was a very slow get rid of crap thing. Attributes. Attribute datas. I don't know. Then we'll get rid of this. What did I do on all? I want them to be the same. I want to be consistent here. Do I have any of these? All research. I put data at the end of that one. All perks. I did not put data at the end of that one. What about skills? I don't see it on there. It might be, but I got it right here, so it's easier sometimes just to open this. I did not put data at the end of that. It's weird too when you put data, then it's like all skill datas. All skill data. Like, It's already. Anyways. So now we have that. It's not going to work until we populate that, but we can't do that just yet. What we're going to do instead is we're going to go back to wherever this bug is, not that bug. We're going to do this. Private generate attributes. It's going to return new attributes. Man, things keep lagging out on here. Hopefully I'm not lagged out on my stream. And this is going to, we got this to look at here. So we're going to go for each. For each attribute data in, yep. And I'm comparing it to this since I already wrote this. Oh, I called this thing the wrong thing. This should be called all attributes. And then we're basically going to do the same thing, except our, actually that's not going to be very, not very useful to copy that. If I can type though, attribute data. I think I forgot a thing in here. Let's pin this temporarily. Let's look at our, I think I need in the enums, I need to have the I do. Where order did I put it over here though? It's at the top. So we need to go to here. But I pinned that just now. It didn't move. All enums, tributes, tribute, and then we go back to our thing that's fucked up over here. Tribute. Glad I already did this. Then we're gonna go attribute data. Why is this, oh, I see. And we're duplicating this resource. You gotta duplicate all your resources or you're fucked. So let's see if this is right. This is gonna put the enum in there and then it's gonna duplicate this attribute data, which is up here, which is right because we're going through each one. And then what is this thing? Oh, this is where we're adding the actual amount. So we have this right here. So what we can do is new attributes, and basically this little thing is why we're making this a dictionary. So we can just get the exact one. We don't have to do all these fucking for loops and shit. Attribute level equals this. Whoops. Been hitting Control C a lot instead of Control X all of a sudden. All right, so it should go through this whole list. It should do this, and then we don't need, well, this is generate attribute, so we only need one of these. All these other ones can fucking suck a dick. There we go. I need a comma here. Oh wait, we got another one right here. Well, let's delete this one. And then let's delete this. and all of these. Okay. Now, oh, and I put it in. I put it at the top. I've been stashing a bunch of shit in global because global's for me, and it's probably the wrong way to do it. And what the fuck do I know? I've been putting everything in globals like these attribute or these variables that I want to be able to edit from the inspector to adjust like character creation, everything that needs to be. All of these variables, max morale damage, minimum morale. This is all stuff that is supposed to be adjusted. Because as we balance the game in the future, we're gonna need to adjust these things. And these numbers are like applied at some point in like the character generation here. We're using to get like your max starting skill is 50%. Your max starting attribute is 81 to 21 to 81. Sorry, 21 to 80. Um, Chance of being helpful is 10, even though I think this should be an 11. I think this should be an 11 because it only goes up to that. This should probably be a 51 as well. And this is why I put this at the end of these, is so that if I forget, let's put this here. That one does not apply. The maxes all need to have one above max. Anyways, so I move these from globals to here. I'm trying to get more organized because I really have a hard time finding shit. That's like half the shit I do in this is trying to find stuff. So then let's go back. Let's build this because we're actually not at the point where we can do anything here yet. Not we're sure why Janice it keeps saying that she needs that. All right, so everything is all fucked up now, but we expected that. So what we're gonna do here is am I thinking this is in county population and we call that attributes, right? Yep. Where is this bug? Attributes, all attributes dot physical strength. And see, so this is kind of why we're doing it. We can call exactly the one we want. If we want physical strength, we just call it instead of like this worked. This worked when they were all alone and they weren't in a list, but then we also can't go through the dictionary. So if we don't have a dictionary, we can't just go through the dictionary and go through each one. But if we do have a dictionary, but then we can't like basically whatever. This is I think if I do this here, we're gonna set these all to physical strength first, and it's gonna be busted, and then we'll go back. This thing is not the. What did you do here? This thing is not the smartest. We need to change this to agility. So yeah, if we don't have a list, we would have to go. We can't go through each one, and if we make it a list, then we have to go through each one every time to find something that matches. So if we make it a dictionary with an enum, and then someone in chat was saying that don't do a string because it's trash. So I did not do a string. We're doing enums here. We're going to switch all of these. And we got to make a bunch of resources as well. Okay. That is going to work there. Where's our next bug? We aren't actually using those attributes that much. This will be the... Okay, that was it. So now we got to make a bunch of resources. Not a bunch. We got to make a few resources here. I'm going to put this on my other screen so I can see the list of what resources we need. attribute. I don't. Let's find this out. I'm curious what happens if I just duplicate a bunch of these. Uh, I think I can. All right, so let's do this. This one's gonna be fuck you. It's one of my biggest pet peeves about Godot is that. So I'm hitting. A lot of times I'll hit rename. You'll see it happen in a second, but it doesn't. When you get one click on here, it doesn't actually. The clicking doesn't work the same as Windows. So the first one is physical. Physical. Physical strength. I wonder if I should put it a space in here. It doesn't actually matter, I don't think. Then we'll duplicate this, but next one's going to be agility. Then we'll duplicate. See, there, it just happened. I hit duplicate, but it had jumped up to here, and now I have two of these things. So I went Control D to duplicate this thing where I'm selected, but it actually had jumped up to here. So now I have two of those. And I guess that making this under the arrays thing didn't fuck anything up. So you got to re-click down here. Endurance. So like if I do Control D to duplicate, it's going to do it again. Or it's going to do nothing. Something flashed. That was weird. Intelligence. Yeah, now it does nothing. Great. Mental strength. Awareness. I'm worried what that thing was that flashed. Charisma. And looks. I just thought of something else we need in here, which actually will probably make our lives easier. I will put this right here. Export public string tribute abbreviation. Everything seems like it's spelled wrong to me at all times, and it was. It's really great to think everything is always spelled wrong. All right. So then we go back to here. I wonder what I duplicated or deleted or something. Something's going to break, and I'm not going to know what the fuck it is because I duplicated it and I've saved it. So we're going to change this attribute to agility. We got a problem here. All enums, where are you, my friend? Physical strength. This should be in alphabetical order. Oh, I see. So this is the order that on a character sheet. So all these attributes and shit are from a pen and paper role-playing game I started working on 30 years ago and never did anything with it. So this is the order it would be on a character sheet. So this is like physical strength, agility, endurance, or whatever. But let's actually do it in alphabetical. It's easier to do it in alphabetical. So LMNOP. Charisma needs to go up here. And HIJKLMNOP. So they'll set it like that. We'll go over here. Otherwise, we would have to remember. Let's build this thing. What it's supposed to look like on a paper character sheet. Okay, agility. We got to double click this. Awareness. Charisma. endurance. These won't change, but this is the thing I was talking about earlier. Um, if you add an enum, it throws off all the other ones. So mental strength, and I guess I could have done this another way. So then back here, AG is the abbreviation. We'll just put whatevs. Let's just leave that blank for now. AW. And now we can, like, if we have to, we could change like abbreviations and names, and leave it the same. Let's say we want it to say an intelligensical. We could. We can update the description or whatever if we want from here. Physical appearance. Maybe that's what we should change. The PA. I think I was talking about this another time. I think I got that from Cyberpunk back in the day. I think it was called looks. Attribute name is physical strength. Okay, there we go. All of our attributes are set up there. We actually need this open. We're going to go back to all attributes here. I must not have made that correctly. All attributes. I didn't put an export on here. Whoops, not on there. And then build this one more time. Now we're going to run it and test it. Get your act together. We need 8 of these things. And then we're going to put in I wonder if the other thing was like before the things I just deleted, I wonder if they were in the same order as the character sheet thing, which it would have been quite dumb because, like I said, you would have to know what the character sheet that I created 30 years ago looked like. What the fuck? All right. So now that's all set, and we probably can hit play. We'll probably get some other bug. I probably forgot something, but it will tell us here. It will tell us what I fucked up. 42 minutes already. Nothing on the debug logs. This isn't going to tell us anything. What do we got here? So we got some problem there. That's going to be the population description control. Yeah, we forgot a thing. Attribute level needs to be at the end of all of these. And we can just copy this. Thanks. And then let's try this again. Whoops. I paused it. It's only been 44 minutes. I'm surprised. Just some major refactoring, I feel like, but I guess not. 72, 52, none of these are below 20 or above 80, so that looks about right. It's been really annoying me lately that you have to hit close and it doesn't go back to that list. Instead, it goes to this page. It's driving me insane. This person sucks with their physical strength. All right, now we know. Now we didn't get any bugs or anything. So now we have these all assigned. We have less shit. We have dictionaries. So if we go back to our population generation, we're back to this generate preferred skill. So I think what we want to do, let's do it as an intelligence check first. Get the skill with the highest skill level. So then we're going to roll. I'm trying to do better comments. Roll. And it roll a skill check. Oh, maybe this is where we should do the whatchamacallit. Something DI. Uh, I can't remember what it's called. Roll a skill check. De- dependency injection. Maybe this is where we should do some dependency injection. Roll a skill check. And that would be a public class. Well, we'll think about it. We'll try it. We'll try to do this with a skill check because we're going to be using skill checks all over the place, and we just need to roll. In fact, we already have used some in combat. I wonder where I put that. Yeah, let's try it. Let's try it because this would be a good spot. Skill checks are going to be used all over the place. Roll. I wonder what happens when they're done being used, though. We'll have to ask ChatGPT and see what it says. Roll a skill check, and if the skill passes. No, we weren't going to do a skill check. We were going to do an attribute check. That's why we did all this shit. Roll an attribute check. Where we created our attributes at this point? We have. We'll say intelligence. Intelligence check. And if it passes, then the top skill is the preferred skill. All right, so that is not what's happening there. So let's try this skill check thing, or we'll do an attribute check for this first thing. I think what we're going to want to do is make a public class. I think that's how this works. And I think you can do an interface, but there's only going to be one of them. We still have Janice in here. I don't think I'm gonna be doing this right. I think it's gonna work, but I don't think I'm gonna be doing dependency injection. Where's my public class? We're gonna do a new script. We'll see. I might be walking down a road of pain here. I'm gonna call this checks. I wonder if I could put public class up here. It lets you type in resource. Nope. What is my options? Class DB, OS. None of this stuff is what we want. So we'll put node back in here. We'll open this up. This is all gonna go. This is gonna be like this. This is gonna be gone. I think. Yeah. We don't need Godot. Then we're gonna do a public bool. It's gonna return a bool, yes or no. Attribute. Oh my god, type tribute. Not all code returns. Okay, that's fine. Um, then we're going to need it to pass in an int attribute to check. It's kind of long. Whoops, we need to do something differently here. I'm going to do this, that's not going to do us any good because we don't have anything here. So we're going to need it random in here. And I actually am just going to copy this random over right here. I don't think it needs to be public though. It'd be up here. I think it can be private. Because there's no reason, nothing. That one was public because I have all these different scripts calling random, so I was having them call the global's instance of random because I just got tired of. But maybe that was wrong too. Like I'm still learning, you know. I'm a learner. So this is going to int roll is going to equal random next of 1 to 101. And then we're going to put a little GD print in here, a little one, I don't know. It's not, whatever. Attribute roll. This way we can have this showing up. We'll get rid of this shit. So back to the dependency injection thing. It was talking about some error checking in here, and maybe that's what, I don't know. This is not dependency injection. This is just some other shit. I think I would make this an I something or other. I need to I think I'm kind of getting towards understanding it or in when I would use it, but I'm not there yet. So if roll is less than or equal to attribute to check, then pass needs to be up here. Pass equals true equals false. Okay, so if the roll is less than or equal to the attribute to check. So let's say you have a 20 in whatever attribute we're passing in. And you roll between 1 and 100. And it's a 7. You're going to pass the roll. If the roll is 1 and you have an attribute of 1, you can't, but if you did, you would pass the roll. Yep, that's how we want it. Okay, so this is going to return pass. So let's see, or maybe it should return success instead of pass. Pass seems weird. All right, so we have this. Now let's try this. I don't think this is not dependency injection. I don't know what the fuck this is, but it's it wants me to make this just go. Oh, I guess read only is what you want? That's fine. Oh, we need to do a namespace in here. Player space. But like I said, I think this is similar to what they were talking about, sort of. And I just gotta figure out. This shouldn't be called checks. It should be called check. or role. Maybe it should be called roll. And then we'll have to go back. These have to match or you're fucked. Or you're fucked. Maybe not with a with a public class, but otherwise you're fucked. So this will be roles attribute. I kind of want it to be role attribute, and then we'll have role skill and all that shit. Because there's going to be other things we're going to add to it later. This is very simple. But now let's go back to this thing. And I think what we would do is at the top here. Whoa. Oh, no, that's right. I thought I had done something wrong here. Roll an intelligence check. So I think what we would do here, and if it passes, then the top skill. We at the top, I think we would need new. What did I call that? Roles. Role equals new role. And I think I can simplify this. Then we go attribute. Yeah, if roles attribute. Oh, this needs to actually be down here. No, we're not doing it. We're doing an intelligence check. This needs to be down here though. Generate attribute. This hasn't been added yet to here. This hasn't, so we can't call this thing. So what we're gonna have to do is this thing is gonna have to be up here, and I'm gonna put a note on this. This has to be up here so the other methods can access it. In skill generation. Can access it for preferred skills. Preferred skill. Preferred work. I'm calling it preferred work. Preferred skill. All right, so back down to this thing. What do we call this? New attributes, except I think I cut that. Oh wait, that worked fine. You know, what we could do, we wouldn't have to return this. We can just generate this and then put new attributes right here. We'd have to run it up at the top, like this one. I wonder if that matters. Well, I don't even know what this is called. I don't know what this is called when it's up here. I just call it up here. At the top. We can copy this part. I'm sure there's a thing. What is this called? It's a half rhetorical. If someone knows, tell me. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. What is the variable area at the top? Chat GPT in C sharp. What is this thing called? Oh, I was about to say they keep talking about this 4.40 here, and I've never seen it. It said try it now. It's supposedly it's free. I don't know if I'm trying it. I said yes. I don't know. In C sharp, what is the area at the top of the script that has all the variables called? The namespace declaration and the class declaration sections. Really? And class declaration. Okay, so in the class declaration, since it is now in the class declaration. It's not how you spell that. Declar. I'm gonna fix this here. Where'd you go? Oh, I was way off. Declaration. Okay. So I guess we don't need to return that, but if see, then we can use that enum intelligence, so we can call exactly this attribute level. And this is going to return that. And then if we roll the intelligence, then it's going to say we need to do something different. We need to. So this thing's going to say it's going to show the role, but we need to go back to this attribute thing. That's not what we want. We need to go back to roles. We don't actually care about this as much. Let's cut this. And we'll say attribute role success, question mark, get rid of this thing, plus success. So we'll know, it will put this role. We won't know what the fuck we're rolling though. I guess we could pass in. Right now we don't really need to know that, but we could pass in the actual attribute here. Because then we would know that. Let's do that. And then this isn't going to work. Oh, except we won't know what attribute we're checking in that particular case. No, we will, because we'll be passing in the whole thing. All right, so let's do this. Let's go back to this. Where am I passing in this thing? So this we wouldn't pass in this. We're just going to put in this. We're just going to pass in intelligence, and it gets checked. And then this dot preferred skill equals preferred skill. That seems strange. Oh shit, an hour's passed. All right, I'm going to take a quick break. I want to smoke. and I will be back in less than 5 minutes. Let me throw out my break timer here. All right, I'll be right back. Oh man, for a second I thought the camera picked up my cat sitting in the background cleaning himself. He cleans himself a lot. That's all he does, which I assume that's a normal cat thing. I feel like it's a lot though, more than past cats that I've had. Let's start my music that you guys can't hear. And what's next? Um, we need to see. We need to assign this. Here. I wonder why I had to put this in there, because they're the same name, obviously, but I wonder why I named it the same. Um, let's actually change this. I know this is pretty unimportant, but I like to make it the thing that I assigned it to, just in case something gets fucked. So if this is, you know what? Let me think about this. I think if we assign, if we do this, we put this down here, and we put this right here, and then we say false. here. So if you fail the roll, then it's gonna do a random roll in here. Um, yeah, so this will assign the top skill right off the bat, and then if you fail your intelligence check, it's going to give you a different skill. And what it's going to do we have a random in here? We do. So it's going to do int random skill equals random dot next 0 to, that's an O, 0 to we know the number, but just in case, um what did skills dot count. We don't want that though. And then we're gonna, no, we do want that. Sorry, I take it all back. Oh my God, now I'm hitting Shift Z. We want this, and then preferred skill equals skills dot, nope, skills dot random skill, and what are we passing in here? All right, this is a dictionary, so we gotta go, we have to int this out. Okay, I'm wrong. Cannot convert int from all show potential fixes. Alt enter. I don't think that's going to do it for us. So I have an int in here. Can I just, I wonder if I can just random. In C#, how do I get a random enum? Get values. Holy shit, that's a lot of work. No, I don't want to do that. Okay, let's start over here. All attributes. No, we want actually, no, they're all the skills. I have this array I could do this with. Yeah. This will make it easier. I don't have to do all that crap. So we need to get all of the skills minus the combat ones. And I can break this into two actually, and I probably should at some point. And then we can call it directly with this enum with the skill type. I feel like we have a dictionary. But yeah, I need a random enum. That seems like a lot of fucking work for this. Get random enum value. Get random enum value is this whole thing. I thought enums automatically. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought these things automatically had a number assigned to them. Maybe you gotta assign a number to. That was like kind of the point of enums. I thought enums had a number assigned to them automatically. Yeah, are assigned integer values. So then why do I need to? Now the integer values are not directly relevant because you typically work with the named value of the enum. Here's some more details. Understanding enums. Don't don't condescend me. Um, Maybe I'm asking it the wrong question. Look at this is all like bold and shit now. The method I provided earlier still applies, but let's clarify the relationship between enum names and their underlying integer value. Retrieve enum values. Enum.getValues type of enum. Return an array of enums. I don't want an array. Select a random value. I can't just like go enum 0. Just go like enum 0. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Go like. So you can't directly use an integer to get a enum value in a certain. However, you can achieve this by casting an integer to the enum type. What? Um, Example of getting enum from an integer. Get random enum value. Like this is not what we. Why can't I just do this? I'm gonna copy this and put this over wherever we were working on this. And I'm gonna have to put some notes in this thing. I just wanted to look at this while so I have a random number, random skill, and so I go all skills dot skills, nope, all enums dot skills space uh, random skill equals all enums dot skills random. Oh, I have this random. I had a feeling I had this already used, but random roll. We'll call it random roll. It likes that. And then we just go. Oh, it likes that too. So let's do this. GD print random skill rolled. All right, so I'm also going to put a note in here. If the intelligence check fails, it is okay if the random roll randomly assigns the same preferred skill. Okay, so that way we don't have to take one out. It doesn't really matter. I mean, there's whatever 10 skills. So there's a 10% chance, or I don't remember how many skills there are, but 10% chance of the same skill. How are we going to be able to tell here? Preferred skill, random rolled. We're going to have to put in here GD print. Before check preferred skill is going to equal preferred skill. Okay. And this is going to return, are we returning something? We're not returning anything. We're just assigning this thing. Sucky loose. How's it going? This is not right, though. That is what we want. I think I should just rename this so it's not the same name. Another catter day. Earlier, I was hoping I got to take a break, and I was hoping my cat, because it was laying behind me, was the background erase would go to my cat, so it would unerase, not erase my cat, but it didn't work. It was just sitting there being cute, cleaning itself. Yeah, I think I should just name this something different instead of putting this in here. Let's just rename this to possible preferred skill, and then we'll get rid of the shit because I don't like it. What type of cat do you have? Mine is a generic cat. All right, I think I got them all. Now let's see if this shit works. Oh, I wanted to ask ChatGPT too. Like what happens to that thing? I'm gonna ask it specifically. Like where does this go? What does it do? Does it just float around forever? Now we got a bug. What happens to rolls once the method is done? Let's see what it thinks. I don't know what happened over there. Short hair. Flame point domestic shit. Mine's a shithead too. Once the method completes, the roles instance is no longer used because roles is a local variable not referenced outside the method and will be eligible for garbage collection once the method executes is complete. Okay, so that answers one of my repeated questions about that is like, does this shit just float around somewhere and I need to do something to it? I got this cat a little fountain, like a stainless steel little fountain, just so that it could drink. So it only wants to drink water out of the bathtub if I pour the water in there while it's sitting there. So into so it can lick the beads of water out of the bottom of the bathtub. And I got tired of doing that. So I would just be hanging out in my house and I'd hear this cat crying and I'd have to go into the bathroom and pour a glass of water. Yeah. And then one of my friends said, well, that cats like running water more than that. And, I had other water for it. I just would never drink out of it. He's like, I didn't know that. And I've owned many a cat and I've never known that. So I bought this little fountain, and the day I set it up, I went and got coffee, and the woman who works at coffee said she just bought her cat a fountain, and I was like, oh, I just bought one too, and she's like, don't be surprised if they don't want to drink out of it. And I was like, what? She's like, I, they don't at the beginning they don't like it. Uh, and so I haven't been pouring the water in there, and he'll sneak over and drink. But if I find him doing it, like if I'm walking by the bathroom while he's drinking out of it, he runs out of there like he's in trouble or something. Um, oh man, he has hated the water bowl from the second I got it. So he also used to try to drink out of any glass I was drinking out of. Let's see what this bug is. Um, an element of the same key already exists. Um, show me more. I guess I never needed this list. Um, let's see. Where's your problem? Make this less strange and much brighter in my eyes. Um, County Generation 122. Um, generate attributes. This wasn't happening a second ago. I'm wondering if it's the thing with the variable where we don't actually want to return this anymore. Because I moved this up to the top and I didn't. I put a note in here just in case I wanted to fuck with it later, but I think this is now causing an issue because this is returning this thing, but this thing already exists and it's confusing it here. So I think what does this thing say? Is it at like 65, 73, 45, 73, 45? Yeah, so it's something. 73 is this. Oh, I have preferred skill in here. What? No, I want the preferred skill there. Um, this is, oh, it's called preferred work. But that has nothing to do with this problem, but I did rename this. It's a different, not really an issue, except in my brain here. Um, preferred skill, preferred skill. Uh, yeah, he cries about his food too. He just cries all the time, unless he's sleeping. And that's such a bummer that he just cries all the time. Um, it's it's a thing that I wish he wouldn't do. Uh, he's a very grumpy cat. Uh, an element with the same key already exists. So this was at 122. Oh, what happened? So did something happen and I didn't even know it? I was just yammering on. I wonder if it was still. I saw the chat rip stream thing, but I don't know what. I know I didn't do anything. I wonder if like something weird happened. I wonder if this got booted off. I'm still connected on YouTube. I don't know. Maybe Twitch is having issues. Yeah, it says I've only been streaming for 4 minutes. Weird. Um, well, welcome back. I don't know. I don't know what happened. You know, I refreshed my Twitch page after I glanced at it. I saw it was like in the red. I don't know why it would be. On my other channel, it's always in the red. So there's like a little bitrate thing here. I'm gonna bring it over here. There's a little bitrate thing right there, and it's always in the red on my other channel. But that's a different computer. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck just happened there. Maybe Twitch is having issues. Um, maybe it was noon. It was noon, and it was like it was done. And well, we're back. I'm back. Um, so I think it could be one or the other. Let's run this again and just see what the because I moved some shit around. Was that saved? Uh, 123. Let's look at this again. Population generation 123. I copied this from up here and just changed it to attributes, but now I'm wondering if maybe there's something weird going on with that. Um, you know what I'm going to do just to see? Let's put this up here and then put this here. And this doesn't really matter because it'll be generated up there. Let's see if that's what was because I moved that thing up there. Yeah, I wonder it's got to have been a Twitch thing because my YouTube thing doesn't say anything weird has happened. Kind of, you guys can't hear it, but I'm listening to Sleater Kinney, and I'm kind of getting into them. All right, that didn't do anything. 123, same spot. So what did I do? I know what it is. No, wait. That would have been this would have fixed it. Um, that's a nice. That's that's just a temporary thing. Um, 123. It's gonna add this. It says it already exists, and it's already in there because it's going to the first person and it creates this thing. Then it Can you put something after? No, you can't. So it creates this same list. I think it's trying to, it's trying to add this to the same list. So what we got to do here, I think, is go new attributes dot clear here. And I think that's it. It's like, hey, this already exists. Except it seems like it should just keep adding it to that list. Except I guess it's identical. That didn't happen the other one, but the other one I didn't have it up top. Yeah, that was it. Clear the list so that it can be regenerated. Generated. You know, sometimes I use this spell check up here. It usually, where is it? No, there's a button for it. Here it is. I want you to see it takes longer to use that than just to copy and paste it into that, because I know that's wrong. I know that's wrong. All right. Now we got to go. This didn't give us any bugs, so now we got to look here and make sure this shit looks different. What did we do here? Research is 6. So research is a skill, so a skill can be between 1 and 50. So that is okay. Let's look at unhelpful here. Yeah, they got that. These are all random between 20 and 80, 21 and 80. That looks right. I'm going to take a screenshot of this. And we're going to compare that these are working. These look right. Just because I don't know which guy I clicked on, though. Well, who has a 20 in construction? I must have, and he was unhelpful. 20, here we can go this over here. 20, 16, 33, 40, 13, 14, 29, 35. Perfect. You know what we didn't check, though, was the whole point of this, that their preferred skill has been assigned. Let's just, oh, fuck. Skill name we need in there. And I guess my internet, well, no, because my YouTube thing didn't crash. I was going to say, I guess my internet could have got bad. Look at this motherfucker. Catherine Richardson, your name's too long. I can see that it's pushing your stats and stuff over. You son of a bitch. All right, Catherine. Construction of 3. We need to look at preferred. I didn't put their, this is gonna be kind of hard to do without their name in all of these. Before skill, let's go to the top, I guess. Start with the first person. I don't give a shit about that stuff. Okay, before the skill check, before they had fishing, random roll, they got construction. Why did we go to this other added AI faction hero list? Before, okay, well, it just, you know, this, okay, it only says this. Random skill rolled. Okay, so they rolled successfully. They got construction. They rolled successfully. They got research. They rolled successfully. They got research. This person's fish. Okay, so that works, I think. It seems to have worked. I need to clear out this fucking GD print stuff. It's out of control. It is out of control. I wonder if my... Now I'm all paranoid. It looks fine. It says it's fine. But now it's in the wrong spot on my... I have all my shit set up exactly in the same spot every time, or I have issues finding things. Okay, so now we have a preferred skill. So that was all for a big, long, convoluted. We had to set up this preferred skill thing so that we could assign their work, which was... There was a lot to all of this. So let's go back to my little... It's not Trello, but it's something simpler. Or similar, not simpler. Population work preference has now been assigned. We will close this issue. What if there's no skilled workers? We need to reorganize this. So we're going to do all of this stuff down to this next round. Oh yeah, I added another thing too. I added the amount of food and scrap that is scavengeable in each county. It's just 10,000 right now. It's just a random, or it's just everyone's got 10,000 just for now, because we're gonna need that for work at when we get to that. Because some people will be scavengers. That would be their preferred thing to do. So let me think here. Well, I guess let's go through this list, not this thing. We can and see what is the next. So there's a way we're gonna do this. Actually, I guess we gotta go to population AI first. Wherever it is, it's right here. Let's pin that. County improvement. I don't think we're gonna be messing with this stuff. I should just close everything. Work eventually. Diplomacy. Resource panel container. Token movement? No. All perks. We might. All research. Population description panel. Map editor camera. Map editor controls. Player controls. Probably no research stuff is needed. Battle control? No. Okay. Now, what we're going to need is this population AI, wherever I stash this, check for available work. So this is kind of what we were working on originally last weekend, and then it ballooned into like 50 fucking things. This wants... I'm making these things go away immediately if I can. I don't think this is going to let me do this. Check for unhelpful. There's an easy way currently to see. Guess it works for now. Man, this is going to get out of control. We don't even have all the skills set up. We don't even have close to all the skills. Okay, so at the beginning of this thing, we decide what to do next. Go through every county. Go through each county. Go through each person in the county. check if they are loyal and helpful. And then in here, we're going to check. We need to do now. The whole point of that was to check. They're going to want to work their preferred work. This is going to be quite a pyramid here. I guess not really a pyramid. So what were we doing down here? Oh, this is the old way I was doing it. So if they are loyal and helpful, it does this. For each person, so then we would want to, Lord Mac, how's it going? So then we're going to want to check. So if they're loyal and they're helpful, we're going to want to check their. Where's this county population? Okay, this is this county population from here. We need to go. We're going to have their preferred skill now. We already know that. We're going to want to compare that to what's available. So we could go through and check for like an available work thing. So how do we want to do, let's think this through. We want to have like I was thinking about this. Let's go back to here. So under county improvements, let's say we build this. We need to have this in a priority order. So that it's prioritized. Like you should be able to drag these around. And I actually was thinking, like, man, I need to watch a tutorial on how to drag shit around again. But let's say that the priority is, that's interesting. Let's say the priority is that it's just whatever this list is. So that's construction. There's nothing that can be done. So, all right. So what we need to do is we need to go through we might want to do this in two different things. So we have like man, that thing has been lagging. We might want to run like a list of priorities. Actually, I think that's what we're going to want to do. So like up here, we'll do yeah, this is what we're going to want to do. We're going to prioritize work. Prioritize work. This is going to be a list, though. This is going to return a list. What did I just learn about? What was this shit called? I already forgot. Not garbage collection. Class declaration space. Class declaration space. So in the class declaration space, we're going to need a list, private list of county improvement data called prioritized county improvements. What's your problem? Equals. Oh, right, we can't export this. We don't want that to be exported anyways. And this is going to prioritized county improve equals this. We're gonna go this thing, and we're gonna return priorities. That's what we're gonna call it. This is spelled wrong though, I'm pretty sure. Priorities? Everything's spelled wrong. See, regenerated is spelled wrong. Oh, no, I guess not. So this is what we're probably gonna not use this at all. We might scavenge some shit out of it. But we can scavenge this out of it. We need to know what the county is though. So we actually can't do this here. We're gonna have to do this. Man, this is like gonna be kind of a pain in the ass. Of course it is. All right, so for each county, we need to go through. Actually, we can do this, but we got to do this differently. We're not going to return anything. We're just going to void this. And we're going to go prioritize work. That seems like that's really spelled wrong, right? Prioritize. It's the I-O, I guess it's right. You know, that just starts happening at some point in my brain. We don't need this shit. We might. Yeah, we're going to do this like this. We're going to do this out of here. We're going to go. We're going to copy this thing. And this is going to go in here. Down here, so then we're going to need to do this. This is going to go here. And all right, so it's going to go through each county, and then in each county under construction. Yes, and it's going to check. Right now, it's going to check under construction stuff. I guess under construction stuff will be a priority over. For now, we're going to have to rewrite all this shit again. What a surprise. What a surprise. This is going to go in here. Sort of. We're missing a thing here. All right, so it's going to go through each county. So I forgot that I split these apart. In fact, we don't even have the ability for anybody to work on anything yet. I don't have county open. Doesn't look like it, at least. We're going to pin this because we're going to be doing some work to this thing. We need county data. And we have a list of under construction county improvements. Then we have all county improvements. I basically want to create a list of all of like things that are full. Yeah, I gotta like basically figure out how I want to prioritize this shit. So if we have a list of all of the county improvements, I wonder if these are like this has some of this stuff on it. Let's find this and see how we're adding this shit in here. Okay, we're adding build improvement. We added. It doesn't look like we take it out of the county all county improvements list. Okay, so we don't have the ability for anybody to work at all right now, which is what we're doing, I guess. So this is just going to make this under construction and it adds it to this under construction list. So we're going to prioritize work for like by the AI, like what the computer thinks is the way. And it's, I guess it will always be stuff under construction first. Then it will go through um, all these other ones. No, we don't even need to do that. We don't need this prioritize work thing. All right, this is what we can do here. This is not where we want to be, though. Where we want to be is we don't need to prioritize the work. What was all this shit down here, then? Check for available work. If under construction equals true, we're missing, I think we're missing a thing in our county improvement data. Unless I added it last time, which I may have. I did not. So first we need to say what skill is used for each county improvement. So that's a kind of a big thing because that's gonna we've now set up them picking a preferred skill that they prefer to do. So we need to do. I'm double checking my bitrate thing because of that weird crash or whatever it was earlier. Does this thing have a? I'm looking at another. Yeah, it says I've been streaming for 2 hours on YouTube. Yeah, weird. Anyways, we need to have a. I'm going to take a break in like 2 seconds, but I want to add in the skill that is used for the county improvement. Building workers under construction is built. Influence. Let's put it. We'll eventually be adding resource cost as well. Daily resource generation. Let's put it right here. Public all enums dot skills skill work skill. Then if we go, we got to go set this over here. We got to go back to our county improvements. Well, we got to build it first, except I have a bug in here because I'm just letting it sit. We'll just comment that out temporarily. Look at that. We got 4 fucking messages. We're gonna build this. Take your sweet time here. Did you do it? I don't think it did it. It was too quick. Um, then we got to go back to our county improvements, wherever they are, and go through each one of these. And we got to assign for fishing or for Fisher Shack, it's fishing. For gardening, it's farming. Or for a garden, this is going to be lumberjackery. Research office is going to be research. And a warehouse is going to be what? I don't, I don't have a thing for a warehouse. Um, Time to add a skill, I guess. Um, let's go to all of our enums. I said earlier, we don't have all the things. I think organization, is that a skill? What would that else would warehousing, what do you do in warehousing? You when you work in a warehouse, you move stuff around, you organize things. Well, you know what? I'm gonna go smoke, and then when I get back, I'll try to think of what I'm gonna call this. When I here, I'll put something else to look at. We'll make it big, and then we'll like move this over here. All right, I'll be back in less than 5 minutes. There's my break timer, and let me pause my music, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I think we'll do like a general labor skill. I think that is the what I'll do here. Carrying shit. So like a carrying ability, yeah, it'll be definitely be strength based. The one problem with just adding a skill is it's, it's kind of a pain in the ass. I added all these skills offline before. Um, we're gonna have to fuck with some stuff here, but we need it. You know, it's just got to happen. So let's go to our skills. Let's add a new resource called skill data, and it's going to be called labor. And we're going to go in here. Oh, this is the thing I was talking about before. So these are going to be thrown off now once labor is here. They're all going to, oh, they didn't get thrown off. Oh, great. Perfect. Oh, it's because I haven't built it yet. Here we go. Here we go. Hauling. Well, I think I'm going to use it for general labor stuff. I don't know about hauling. Because though hauling we could use, because there are going to be people trading, like carrying. When I say trading, they're going to be carrying it to other. Maybe I should do hauling. What's another word for hauling? A synonym. You're going to be haul. 45. Transportation. Carrying. Carting. Truckage. No, no, because then it would just be truck. Maybe we could use haul. It's kind of a weird skill, though. It's definitely like if you don't know how to carry stuff, it's like think of movers when they move like a refrigerator into your house. It's a lot different than if you have your friends move your refrigerator. There's definitely a skill to it. Um, it's not really that important right now. Did I build this shit? Let's put a note on here. Possibly hauling. Possibly make 2 skills. One of them hauling. Let's do that. They do, but we're only assigning 1 skill per job. Per county improvement, that is. So let's go back. Did this build? So let's see here. That one was still good. Construction is agility. No, this all got fucked up because I reorganized this. So a good thing I'm double checking. Cool is going to be mental strength now. Farming, physical strength. Fishing. I kind of like awareness to be a fishing thing. Labor. Was I putting in? No. Okay. Agility. This is going to be a physical strength. Is not a combat skill. See, now this is what I was talking about where they're all going to be thrown off by 1. Lumberjacking is a physical strength. Research is going to be research, and it's going to be intelligence based. Rifle is going to be rifle, and it's going to be wonder what I put. The classic is agility for a role playing game. This is going to be off by 1. and looks. Um, oh, you know what? What did I put for this? This should be endurance because a lot of it is endurance based. And you add your endurance skill also, or your endurance attribute will apply to that. Scavenging is intelligence. Okay. Everything seems to be working there. Now we got another problem, though. Like I said, this is going to be a giant pain in my ass. We got to add this in here, and we saw earlier that this name thing is not going to fly. And so what I did offline is I made the name set amount. So we'll go to 170 because that was off before, and then we'll go to this row button. That's why this thing's fucking open. We're gonna put you. I'm on the wrong one. We're going to put you at 170 so that you match. And then hopefully, this is probably going to now be fucked up. We're going to have to. The thing is, like, that's why this says construct instead of construction. We're running out of space up here. We're going to have to do 2 fucking lines very, very soon. So labor is going to go here. And we're going to call this labor. We're going to call this labor. And then we're not going to do that. This is the bane of, I started messing around with more localization in my other game, and this hitting enter here, though it has no effect here, it does have an effect with localization. It counts that invisible thing as something. I mean, it's invisible when you go back and forth like that. It's invisible. Then we got to go back to here, and we got to go to here, and we'll go. You can go to here. Labor, and then this is going to be labor, and these are all off. I wonder if these are always off, and then when I run it, they come back in. There's something I'm forgetting something. There's another thing I got to add into there. I mean, we got to add it into generation, but there's another thing as well. This thing's open. I say open, but I just mean shown. We got other problems though, but I just want to check because we put that at 170. That's another 10 pixels that it being pushed over. The key was not present in the dictionary. Population generation 101. We need to now add this thing. This is what I was forgetting. We need to have it in here. Oh, and these are all off. Can I drag this around? I can. We're going to put labor in here. We're going to save this. And then we're going to do this thing and see what our next issue is. One day we'll have all the 100,000 skills that we need. There's going to be a lot of skills. All right, so this looks lined up. Now we just got to assign the skill. There is no skill yet in there. We got to generate it. Wonder if there's a easier way so that if I add skills, let's check here though. So we need maybe we should do this now. I was actually talking about this on my Discord that this is kind of suck. So let's open this population row thing up. Yeah, we should probably get rid of this. All of these skill labels. We'll do it a different way now. We're gonna go a public label array called skill labels, and then we're gonna break everything again. That's what we're doing today is we got to break everything to make it better. We'll be back to this, though. I just want to get the errors. Oh, shit, though. The problem with this is it doesn't like... I'm going to have to do that thing I did earlier. Because this should be... Actually, no, I don't. What did I call that shit? Skill labels? All we need to do is... Yeah, will you do that for me? Just once? Okay. What about... What happens if I... Nope, nope, you didn't like that one, though. You went with those other ones. That was fine. You were fine with that. Okay, then we're going to go... You know what? There was another way I thought about doing this that's actually better than this. But this is back to that one thing. But that's not that bad. There's a better way to do this. Let's move this down here. For int I equals 0, comma, I is less than person skill count. Yep. And then we go... And if they, so this is the thing, is if there's not enough labels and they don't match all the skills, it will air out, which is actually kind of good because we want it to fuck up. So we know that there's a problem. And then we're going to go $sign. Well, I guess we can copy this over, except we're going to have another step here because it's not going to like, fuck you. What we need here actually is I, but I don't think it will let us do that because, yeah, so it's that thing I just did. We got to do this. Where was that thing? It's this. I just happened to click on the, on the exact spot. Now where the fuck was I working on this thing? Okay, let's put this here. And so this is going to be skill. It's actually skills, random skill. No, it's going to be skill number equals I. And then we'll put skill number in here. So now it's going to assign this enum, hopefully. I mean, that worked on the other thing. So it's going to go through all of them, and we can just get rid of this dog shit. I'm very confident, but not really. We're going to fix this stuff, too, in a second. So this should now update all the skills, except we got to do another thing. We got to build this again. We didn't get any errors. It was still in deep thought, though, there. Then we need to add in all these skills. What are there? How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Scabby. So we got to go to here. And we're going to put these in the right order, or shit will be broken. It's weird that when I drag this over, it remembers part of what I'm doing here. Lumberjack, research, Scabby. All right, I think I had to do that because we don't have enough and I think it's going to be fucked up. I don't think we have enough space for this stuff. Um, so let's see what happens now. Now that we tried some new way that's better. That looks right. Pamela Wood, how are you doing? We need to add the skill here though. Um, we need to add the skill. Look at all this shit. That's on their description. The population description control. See, we can do the same thing here. Look at this dog shit. Uh, what is this dog shit? Check for titles. Oh, this was that one. It stopped working for some reason. And so then I wrote a different one. We'll just get rid of it, or whatever. Somebody wrote it. Somebody did something. Uh, so on this, we got update skills. We actually got to do something else here. Back to this. We got to go to here. Not the row button. We got to go back. See, if a person, had been working on their game as a professional, they would have written down and thought about all the different skills they needed ahead of time. But I did not do that. We're going to duplicate this thing. We're just building as we go here, which is probably catastrophically bad at some point. We'll put this up here. Labor. I did think ahead this thing though. It's just a grid that fills in, as I add stuff. Okay. So now we got labor in here. How are we attaching these things? This is some dog shit too, I think I just saw. We probably need a label here. Yeah, we got the same thing going on. So let's do this instead. It looks like it starts right here. Skill labels. Delete all these. Then go back down to wherever our bugs start. And then we're going to do the same exact thing, but in it from our row here. Can I copy you over? Um, guess I'll bring this. No, this will be, it's going to be slightly different than this, but it's going to be similar enough that it's probably worth checking. Oh yeah, I stopped using person. Except in that one spot, I guess. This then is just going to be this. And then we can delete this dog shit. All right, enough dog shit. Horse shit? I don't know. Skill number I, that will all go through here. We made that. Let's go back and build this thing. We don't need this shown. We want to build it. I feel like I didn't accomplish much, but in reality, I think I have done a significant amount of stuff here. We need 8. Whoops. We need 8 of these things, or 9 of these things again. Same thing. We just gotta put these over here in the right order. If it's in the wrong order, it's going to be very confusing to the player. Obviously, it's going to be a bug, but it's not. It wouldn't tell us that it's a bug. We wouldn't know it's a bug unless there's. Okay, so let's do this again just for a double check here. Put this over here temporarily. We're going to check his stuff. We don't care about that. 46, 9, Thurgerg. This is wrong. What we need this to say is this. Thurgerg. We got 2. Whoops, not end. And then we're going to go. And then space. Man, that game I played last night. Z Zone. I streamed it last night. It actually wasn't that bad, but holy flying fuck was it filled with typos. Just stuff like they forgot a space, like here. And you know how quick you could fix that? It was shocking how many typos there were. And you know, this is the reason though. I think it was translated from Chinese or Korean or something. And so I think they probably, whoever's doing the translating isn't, you know, that isn't their main skill. We got to redo this. But yeah, it was pretty brutal. So like your character sheet, lots of stuff was jammed all together, and it's surprisingly hard to read when you're trying to look at your character sheet while zombies are chasing you around. Okay, construction. I didn't actually take a screenshot this time. Do we care? I guess we should just double check. Whoops, wrong person. Construction 1, Coolton, Farm 3. This person's awful. 42 on fish, 21 on labor. Yeah, this person's just terrible. Research 1, 37 rifle, and 41 scavenge. Well, you know, I just remembered that I already thought of another skill. We need a scouting skill in here, but we'll do it later. It's unimportant right now. Okay, so that works. Now we have all that shit done. And, well, why did I do all that? Okay, so it was to get the labor skill. I wonder if our labor skill is you know, we added that in. Oh, I took out, I was going to check that. I already got rid of that. So we want to find attribute role and take this out. We're just going to assume their preferred skill is correct. I mean, how I set it up, it should have worked regardless of how many skills there are, because whatever. Okay, so what do we got down here? Oh, we're back to this. All right. So are we back to that? Let's put this back in order. This is actually what we're working on. There's a weird thing in here. If no preference is an idle, then they build county improvements. Okay, so I guess I already thought this through a little bit. Okay, we already did this. This was in here twice. Check if available work. That's what we're doing, dude. AI population needs to decide if they want to build a county improvement. That's also both of these things. All right. So how are we doing this? We're gonna check first. So I guess like I said, I did think this through, and then I just was rethinking it through. So the population needs to go through and see if there's any county improvement that has a skill that's their preferred skill. That's the first thing well, okay, the population needs to be idle. So let's do this. Let's edit this in here. Um, so the first thing they're going to check is loyal and helpful. Well, unhelpful. Then the next thing they're going to check is idle. Are they idle? Because if they're not idle, don't fucking bother with it. You know what? Idle should be first because we don't need to check. So we check, hey, are they idle? Fuck it, no. Yes, then they need to check to see what they're doing. And are they loyal and helpful? Then they're going to check all buildings to see if their preferred work is available. So that's the second thing that they'll do. Then the third they'll do is check for county improvements being built. Then after that, they'll check for I call this buildings. Check for county for any available work at a county improvement. So basically, the second thing they'll try to do is construct. If they can't find their preferred work, they'll construct. Or maybe we'll do it the other way around. Well, I was going to try to move this down with Alt. I don't think I can. I think that's just a Visual Studio thing. Let's do it this way. Okay, so then finally, check for county improvement being built. Then the final thing they'll do is scavenge. I just hit Control S to save. Save the web page. Okay, scavenge is spelled wrong. Edit. Save. Okay, so this is what we'll do. Ow! I don't think I can do this in 30 minutes, but let's go back to this. We don't need to do this right now. This doesn't need to be here. Adjust the population activity. So what that does is it checks to see if there's work to do the next day for that person. So that shouldn't change. Well, it will change later, but right now it won't change. But it would make someone idle if the construction's done. So then the next thing we're going to do, decide next activity, which we have right here. It's going to go through the county, go through each person, check if they're loyal or helpful. Actually, we want it to go if county population dot current activity is equal to I think I made these a fucking string. These are a string, which we don't want to do. I think we should do that. We should fix that right now. Check if they're loyal and helpful. if they're not equal to idle, let's check this enums thing. I thought I put, what kind of fucking order is this in? This is in dog shit. Well, I've been saying dog shit all day. Let's put this in alphabetical order to a point. We need a new enum. This is going to be under all text. We're gonna change this right now. And all text is going to go away as well, and it's going to be a CSV eventually. I wonder if my Twitch stream is still having issues. My Twitch part. This is gonna change. Do I want to do this right now? It would just be string idle, actually. Let's not fuck with this right now. Let's put this on my list, though. It needs to be done sooner than later. Well, I don't want to compare strings anymore. Activities needs to be changed to an enum. Let's put this at the top up here. We'll do that maybe tomorrow. Depends how gung-ho I am. But back to what we were doing. I completely forgot that I did it with this way. But even so, where the fuck was that? It's going to be over where one of these are here. Equals activities. Like I remember doing that part, but I thought it was in enum. So if their current activity, the next activity is for the next day, this adjust population activity should set their current activity for that day. And if it's not equal to idle, then it's going to do these other things. If it's equal to idle, it does this stuff. I think actually what we would do, I think this is what Joker was suggesting here, was to do like this. So you just bust out of this. This is done, basic. Well, but we only wanted to bust out one level. I don't know if this is going to work. I am not sure this will work. That's a terrible comment. Then this can go away right now. And we'll check this. We're going to run this and see what happens. This will be is loyal and helpful. And then we'll say here is not idle. And what I'm hoping is we'll get a bunch of, well, at the beginning, everyone will be pretty much, there's no activities. In fact, that's the only check that we're going to be able to check here, because we can't assign them to anything just yet. Did I get rid of that thing? So I think we gotta unpause it, and the first day has to pass. All right, actually we have that set to go. Is loyal and helpful. We have none that say anything else because everyone is not idle. Sorry, everyone is idle. So then it checks there is loyal or helpful. So after this, let's go back to the little thing I made because I think that's going to be helpful for me. Check all county improvements to see if their preferred work is available. So then we're going to go check for preferred work. And I'm not sure, we might return something or do something. We're going to have to pass in a county person though. A county population, I'll tell you that much. This is probably, we're going to probably want this actually to return. I don't know. We'll see. So what it will do, it's going through every person. And so then on this person, it needs to go through the all county improvements. Which kind of sucks. No, it does suck. So all county improvements includes, I'm going to put a note here just so I remember this because it just popped in my head. This includes unbuilt or this includes all county improvements, even possible ones. So this is like a list of county improvements that you could possibly ever build in the county. This is under construction county improvements, and then we needed. What happens when the fucking thing's done being built? Oh, I think we're just throwing a bool under all county improvements. So what we also need though is we need one. So we have all county improvements, and that's everything you can build. But we're gonna need another one that is county improvements data. Okay, called built county improvements. So every county will have a list of the built county improvements too, because we don't want to have to go through every county every person go through every county improvement. Otherwise, that's going to take an eternity as we add more of them on there. So we're going to have. That actually reminds me, I want to change how county improvements. Currently, you only can build one of each county improvement, but I want to change that. Since I know that's going to have to be possible, we're going to have to put a number. And that's how we'll check, I guess, if it's built, even though we have this bool. Name description. I was playing Victoria 3 and it dawned on me. Number built. Man, look at all these fucking messages showing up. which that's not going to be used right now, but just since I thought of it, I knew we're going to have it. So population AI, check for preferred work. We need something else though before this. We need to go back, and then when a county improvement is built, it needs to be added to that list. So what is that under? That's under work, I think. Yeah, it's right here. This is having every population work on that building, set that building is built. So if it's repeating the setting to true a bunch of times, this is inefficient code. Some of the population we work on different buildings too. So this is trash. Complete work per person. What is this under? Oh, this is under work. Do we know what this? Yes, we assign the county improvement to the person. Okay, I forgot we did that. It's been a long time since I've been in here. Do we know the county we're in? We do. County dot built. What did I call that things? Completed? No. County. The fuck did I just call that thing? Oh, this is county data. It's under the county data. Current improvements. Good God, look at all that crap. Um, yeah, so this will add it to that list. And then back over to um, population AI. Check for preferred work. So then it's going to go for each uh, for each man, I suddenly have to go to the bathroom really bad, and it's like blew my whole brain out here. I can barely think. Uh, I feel like every Saturday this happens, and I don't eat anything weird Friday night. Probably should start. So check for the prefer for each county improvement data, county improvement data in county population dot. Do we know? We know a location. So what we're gonna do is go back to this globals thing, instance dot counties parents get. I think it's called counties parents. Yeah, get child. Uh, this is really long. Location. The problem it's having here is this needs to be. No, we're not done. This needs to be county data, but we can't do that yet. So we're going to do this. We're going to take this big long thing. And we're going to put it here. And we're going to call this a list. I actually don't think I can do that. I think I got to go county. I actually know the county right here. So we don't need to go through all of this. Let's instead, we will pass in county. We can get rid of all this shit. And for each county population lists, we're going through here. We want to pass in county. And then we're going to, this county will be this county to county in county data buildings built in, I think it should be called completed. It's much longer. I'm trying to type really fast because I've got the bathroom. It's not working. I just keep making typos. Maybe I'll just call it a day. I'm only 9 minutes away. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna call it a day. I'm gonna push this code. I'm gonna come back and probably offline and fix this, finish this thing. I'm pointing, waving my finger at it. But I'm gonna call it a day. Sorry for the weird stream things on Twitch. I don't know what happened there. It seems fine on whatever, but it definitely restarted on Twitch. But anyways, that's it for me. Thank you guys for joining me. I will talk to you next time.